Hey everyone, this is Lesky here, back to another FIFA 21 player build for you guys today. But this player build is not going to be a Pro Clubs player build, it is going to be a Volta player build. It's been a while since I posted a Volta build on my channel. I believe the last time was about like 5 or 6 months ago, maybe even more than that. So I decided I would show you guys my new attacker build for Volta. So as you guys can see, I'm on like the details screen for my guy. It shows you all my stats and everything, my weak foot, my skills, and my height. And then on the top left, you can see that this build is a 91 rated attacker build. But don't worry too much about the rating because some of y'all's could be lower than 91, some of y'all's could be higher than 91. It really just depends how many Volta games you have played. So let me go on over to the athletic body page so I can show you guys what I have listed for the height and weight for this build.
Ooh, there it is.
Alright, so on this body page, we're listed as 5'10 and 174 pounds for this attacker build. I believe I have posted 2 other Volta attacker builds on my channel. One of them was a 6'2 bigger build, and then the other one was a 5'10, 174 pounds, exactly like this, but the skill tree was just a little bit different than this one. But my reasoning behind going for 5'10, 174 pounds is that I actually posted a video months ago, back at the beginning phase of FIFA 21, for Volta. I actually explained why there is no point of actually going for a height less than 5'10. There's really no point. I can link you guys the video in the description of this video for you guys to learn and just watch like why it's not really important to have a shorter build in Volta. It's honestly better to have a taller build. So that's going to wrap up this body page for this build. Just make sure you're listed as 5'10, 174 pounds. And when you're doing the height on this page, make sure you're on the low side of 5'10. So I'm on the low side of 5'10 right now, but if I bump it up a little bit, you'll see the stats will change and like it'll still be listed as 5'10. You're just like a little bit of a taller 5'10, I guess. And then even if you go up to like 6 foot, like you still have the same stats as being 5'10. So that's why you're going to want to be on the lower side of 5'10, so where the stats will actually change. And then you're like, basically your dribbling stats will be a little bit better. It looks like you lose 2 physical, but other than that, like you gain acceleration and then you gain a lot of agility and balance just by going on the low side of 5'10. So make sure you're on that low side and then at 174 pounds and you're good to go. Let's head on over to the skill tree for this build. You got long guard too.
Okay. Cracks. Ooh.
Here we are on the skill tree page. If you guys didn't know, you can press Y on this page and you can change from attacker, midfielder, and defender on this page. So just make sure you're listed as an attacker because this is an attacker build. And then I'm actually going to reset this entire skill tree for us just to make it easier so y'all can follow along as I'm clicking them. So what we did we're going to start on this left side. We went for the 5-star skills and the flare trait just because it's nice to be doing some fancy stuff, doing all the 5-star skills. Some fancy passes, fancy shots, bicycle kicks, scorpion kicks. It's just nice and a lot more fun to have the flare trait and the 5-star skills, especially in Volta, because that's where you're trying to just learn your skill moves and just dribble and just have fun. So we made sure we got the 5-star skills with the flare trait. And then on this left side, we get a lot more on this side. You're going to go down to this agility, get all that, go down to this balance, and then you're just going to go down to this lion, and you'll get this lion, this composure, and this dribbling, which will bump a lot of your stats up. But the purpose for this is this reactions gives you +6 reactions, and then the composure gives you +6 composure. Especially in Volta, when it's like, it's really crowded on the court, there's a lot of chaotic moments, just a bunch of chaos going on, and you never really know what's going to happen. So hopefully with this, with the higher composure stat and the high reaction stats of 93, hopefully your guy will be like the first person to react to the balls that are just bouncing around, like 50-50 balls. And then hopefully when your guy's on the ball and you're like getting pressed, because a lot of people high press in Volta, your guy will stay composed on the ball, able to make a pass. If there's a guy on your back pushing you in the back, like say someone's on your back pushing you, kind of nudging you, and you're going onto the goal one-on-one, the higher composure stat will help your guy like stay more calm. So I actually think these composure and reaction stats are pretty crucial for Volta just because how chaotic it can be, and it can just make your guy feel a little bit more responsive on the ball and just react a little bit quicker to certain situations. So that's going to wrap up this left side on the skill tree. Just make sure you go down to this lion, get this dribbling, and then get this wolf fox looking thing for the agility, and then you'll be good to go on the left side. We have really good dribbling stats of 88 agility and 88 balance for a 5'10 guy. It's pretty good. 93 reactions and 88 composure is what I was talking about earlier. And then we have an 88 ball control and then 93 dribbling. So a really good dribbling stat because we got +5 dribbling on this one, I do believe. So now let's go over to the shooting and passing section. And with this build, since I do have another 5'10 attacker build that's kind of similar, the skill tree is obviously different. So what I was focusing on this build more was more of a complete attacker build, one that's able to play make and is really good at passing, like well-rounded passing stats, as well as really good shooting stats. While the other 5'10 attacker build I made was more of a, I think I put some strength on him, so he's a pretty strong attacker build, but I didn't focus on the passing too much. I mostly just focused on shooting and then strength. So this one's more of a complete, well-rounded striker. So we made sure to get the 3-star weak foot, try to get the highest weak foot we can in Volta, so that's what we did. And then going to this passing section, what you're gonna do is just go down to the second vision, which will get you up to +5 vision, and that'll get you to 86 vision for an attacker build, which is actually pretty solid for Volta, with the 93 short pass and 84 long pass. And then we even bumped up the crossing as well, because I believe as an attacker, if you start as an attacker, you're the one going to be taking the corner kicks and free kicks, so it's quite nice to get the crossing up. The only stat that actually is kind of lacking in this passing section is the curve, but you actually can't upgrade the curve at all in Volta, I actually noticed. So that's kind of just a base stat that we just kind of have to deal with. So yeah, you'll be going down to that second vision, and then for the rest of the page, you will go down to this volleys. That costs 3 skill points, and you'll get +6 volleys, which is pretty nice because volleys actually happen a lot often than you'd think in Volta compared to like pro clubs. And volleys seem really powerful in Volta too. Like we score most of our goals off volleys, just like chipping it up with an X or whatever and then having somebody volley it. Or you can do like the fancy flick, like tricks with the stick, and then those like pop it up in the air for you to volley as well. So it's really clutch to have insane volley stats with the high shot power and high finishing, so when you're in front of the goal you should be able to finish most of the chances. Just looking at these stats for the shooting and passing page, we have 86 vision, which I think is the most important passing stat. That vision will kind of affect all of your passing stats. And then looking at the shooting stats, we have 94 attack positioning. This one actually increased our attack positioning. Let me see how much it increased it by. It actually increased it by +6. I actually don't know how much that's going to impact it compared to reactions and composure. I think reactions and composure will definitely make a difference. I am not too sure how much like this attack positioning will make a difference, because you're going to be the one controlling your guy the whole time, and like unless you're playing any, maybe like using all the positions and your guy's like running around by himself sometimes, then possibly. I just don't really see how that's gonna like work when you're controlling your guy the whole time. But I really just wanted it for the +6 volleys to get that over 90. That was the main focal point on that shooting page. And then just make sure you go down to this vision like that. So that's gonna wrap it up for this 91 rated Volta attacker build, guys. Let me know in the comments if you do give this build a try, how it went for you. I would love to hear that. And also if you could smash that like button on this video and hit that subscribe button on my channel if you aren't already subscribed, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.
Team it. Oh gosh. Another one.
Dirty.
Gonna have choices to make on
I did
that.
the double RB on him in the middle of the field to get past his manual guy. Oh.